Cat's Diamond Painting. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've joined me here before. I'm here today to do my Q3 review for diamond painting. So what this is, if you haven't clicked on one of these videos before, is my version of those month in review videos that a lot of creators put out because they are one of my favourite types of video to watch. I do not get through enough diamond paintings to do one every month, so instead I do one every 3 months and call it my quarterly review. So I'm going to take you through what I have completed between July and September of this year, and then I will show you my WIPs, my works in progress, and what I'm actually doing at the moment. Apologies for the fact this is quite late. Normally I would get this video out nearer the start of the month. Truth be told, I was struggling with a bit of overwhelm last week. I was feeling really busy, just lots of things going on with my shop and with life and just in general, and I really needed to carve some time out for myself, just to relax and diamond paint and do the things that de-stress me. So I didn't film, and that is why this is late, but I will hopefully be able to catch up a bit this week. Right, before I go any further, I'm going to try and fix this shaft of light that's just appeared through the curtains, so that you don't have weird shadows all over what I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to come back with my first completion for this quarter. Okay, completion number 1 is one that you have seen before. This is Home on the Hill. It's by Diamond Art Club and it's by the artist Mad Art Studios. Let me just show you the top as well. And I did put up a post review of this kit. I finished it in, I think it was some point in July. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, I really enjoyed this one. I had it sitting in my stash for a while. It was a Black Friday purchase from, I believe, 2021. And I love kits like this. You'll often hear me talking about how much I love diamond painting with bright colours and how important that is to me to enjoy a project, and how actually if a project had a really dark, like unvaried colour palette, I probably would struggle to enjoy it as much. So this one is everything that I enjoy in a diamond painting, because it's got the bright colours, it's got the abstract art that I really enjoy for some reason. I don't know why. So yeah, this one was an absolute joy. I don't remember any particular quality issues. I'm not going to dwell on it too long anyway, because as I say, there is a post review for this one. There was a little bit of trash, but nothing major. It largely has the drills from Diamond Art Club's first drill upgrade, where all of the square drills had 13 facets, and I actually really liked the drills from that period. They were a little more trash prone than subsequent drills, so you know, it's great that they're always striving to improve and changing things, but I do really enjoy those ones to work with. I find they grip well to my pen and just they give a satisfying finish. Loads and loads of ABs. Not sure how well you can tell, but this one is super sparkly. It had 5 different AB colours in it, and some of them are in quite big blocks, like up at the top there. There's some green ABs, some pink ABs, some orange ABs. And I also really enjoy things that have lots of black outlining, and then I can kind of colour them in. I don't know why. I just really enjoy that. So this was finished number 1. I think this one did take me a while, because I remember in the middle I had a little bit of a blip and felt like I wanted a change and worked on something else for like 2 days and then I came back to it. But yeah, you're gonna hear over and over through this the theme of how I've been really slow with diamond painting recently, just because of busyness, just because I love diamond painting. It's my number 1 hobby that I love to do every day. But sometimes if I'm working really late or I'm just really tired, I just kind of don't get round to sitting at my diamond painting. I'm a big procrastinator and do all the things you're not supposed to do, like picking up your phone and doom scrolling and all that kind of thing. And I just procrastinate and waste time, and then I'm like, oh, it's too late to diamond paint. Or I sit down, but it's only for like an hour or something. So yeah, it took me a little while, but I really love this one. Okay, let me show you finish number 2. Okay, feels a little bit like cheating to claim this next one as a finish, because it is 1/6 of the set, but I have so little to show you for this quarter that we're just going with, in the interest of completeness, I'm going to show you this. So this is the only diamond painting I did on my holiday this year. I go to West Wales every year and I normally take diamond paintings, and I was in a reading mood this year. I didn't fancy doing much diamond painting, But I had just before that received my first mini dazzle set, which is the Animal Kingdom one that I did a sneak peek for a few months back now. And I took that along with me, and one day I sat down and I did this, which is just so adorable. I do love this. So if you haven't checked out the mini dazzles yet that Diamond Art Club are offering, they're doing these sets. This one was Animal Kingdom Part 1, I believe. So it's 6 little animal pictures. It is all fairy dust, apart from a few ABs, but no normal drills. So it's definitely one if you love special drills and not if you're one of the people that doesn't like working with them. And it was just really nice, really lovely quality. It's on this proper canvas, like with the tarpaulin back that we know from Diamond Art Club. And yeah, it was a really enjoyable way to spend an hour or so. So yeah, I want to crack on and do the rest of them now. But yeah, I tend to stick more with my larger canvases. I'm not a big one for the super snack size projects, but I would like to get them done because they do look adorable. So I will hopefully do a few more in this next quarter. And then my other finish, my last finish for the whole 3 months is Solar System. And I haven't shown you this one yet. I haven't got around to doing a post review, and possibly I won't do that now. We'll see how the month pans out. But yeah, this one is beautiful. Again, it took me quite a while. I was diamond painting super slowly over the summer, which was a little frustrating because I have so many kits in my stash that I'm desperate to work on and see done. And I'm not getting round to many at the moment, but I've really, really enjoyed this one. It was, by my standards at least, for the paintings that I pick, really, really blocky. So it doesn't look like it necessarily that much looking at it, but there was very little in the way of true confetti on this painting. Like the most confetti that I would have come across was maybe things like on the Earth one. But actually, when you look closely, there is a lot of blocking. And some beautiful, beautiful colours. I will say I got very, very bored of Jupiter. Jupiter is big, as it should be, to be accurate, but it's very, very brown in this painting. So I did get bored of that one, but a lot of the other ones were really fun. And I love the way the sun was rendered on this one. That is full of ABs. I don't know if you can tell, but it is really, really beautiful. Really glows sort of in the centre of the painting. And then I've been trying to work out which the other planets are because I'm a bit of a nerd like that. But also it's not necessarily supposed to be entirely accurate. So this would be Saturn. And then one of those is going to be Neptune and one is going to be Uranus. I think, is it Neptune that's on its side that has the rings that way and rotates, orbits the other way? And then obviously that's Earth. And then, I don't know, could that be Mars? It's sort of red. It's not very red, but then it is close to the sun in this. Or maybe Venus. And then over there, maybe that's Mars, and that could be Mercury or something. I don't know. As you can see, I am no expert. Or maybe that's Mercury because it's closest to the sun. But I enjoy trying to work it out anyway. It was another beautiful, fun kit to work on. I did have a fair amount of trash drills with this one, I remember, which was a little frustrating at times. But I got through it and I completed it without running out of drills, which is always, at the end of the day, the thing that matters most. And I always say I'm not that bothered as long as I don't run out of drills, even though I know if I did, I could get replacements. Yeah, it is a super fun painting. I'm sorry it's not around anymore because this was a limited edition. You may be a little confused if you look at the Diamond Art Club website because it's just called Solar System, and they do have another painting called Solar System, the exact same name, which I think is still available, whereas this one was a limited edition for their 4th anniversary releases. So yeah, this one is no longer available. The other one is lovely too, but it's a little bit darker, a bit more black, whereas this one didn't actually have any 310. The darkest bits in it are some patches of dark blue, and mostly it's just fun greens and teals and quite bright blues making up the kind of the void of space. So yeah, it's a gorgeous painting and I really, really enjoyed this one. And that is all I have for finishes for this quarter. I told you it's a little bit sad this quarter. But I do have several whips on the go, and I have progress that I've made on some of those that I've been working on during this period as well. So yeah, let me put this one away, and then I will start to go through my whips with you. So I have 4 whips to show you today, and another that I'm working on that I'm not going to show you for reasons I will explain. So first off, I think I will just quickly cover off the 2 that as far as I can remember, I have not worked on at all this quarter. So I have Huggable, which is a really sweet little Randall Spangler snack size kit, which I got on Amazon.com in Diamond Art Club shop there. So this is the one, if you remember when I said on Home on the Hill that I had a little break because I felt a little burned out of that kit and I wanted to do something different, and I thought I'll just do a snack size kit and then come back to it. But actually I did 1 row of it and then thought, no, actually I want to go back to it now. So I guess it did the trick of giving me that little break. But yeah, I think the problem with this and the problem in the next one I'm going to show you is I've just not been as keen on rounds recently. I do still enjoy round diamond paintings. I don't want to ever stop doing them completely because that would be limiting. And if I love the artwork enough, I absolutely will work on it in rounds. And it's a silly thing really. I think the only thing is I struggle to multi-place with rounds. And then I find that frustrating because I'm used to multi-placing large numbers where I can with squares. So it frustrates me more that I can't with rounds, and I'm a fuss pot, I guess, and that's enough to make me just find them a bit more frustrating. And I guess because I don't work on them that much, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy where I'm not really getting great at doing it because I'm not putting the practice in. So that was Huggable. I will come back to this and finish it, of course, as I will all my whips. I think where I am at the moment is I'm currently working on Halloween type kits. Then I'm probably going to want to do a Christmas kit, but then after that, in the new year, I really want to clear down whips. So that will be this one and the others I'm about to show you. So next up is this beautiful kit from Mooney Made. I worked on this in March and I don't think I've worked on it since. Pretty much for the reason I just said. I think that I just haven't been in the mood to work on round kits as much. I think it'll come back, but you know, that is how it is. It has, let me zoom you in so you can see what I mean in case it doesn't make much sense. I don't know if you can see, but it has the really, really smooth topped round drills. And I always find them a little annoying to work with. They're super shiny and sparkly, but my pen just doesn't grip them as well. And it doesn't matter what I've got in it. I mean, I use my own putty, but I remember before discovering putty, it was the same with wax. So you have to change it more often, and that kind of thing irks me a little bit. I just don't find them as satisfying to work with. I don't know what it is, but I absolutely adore this artwork. And actually I've done over half, and it's the half that's got the more detail. So the top half is a good opportunity for me to practice multi-placing with round drills and try and power through this. So like with Huggable, this is going to be a plan probably early in the new year or whenever I finish whatever Christmas kit I decide on doing. Oops, that's come up. I think that had happened last time. I'm going to end up losing stickiness in that corner if I'm not careful and having to use my dot stick on it. So yeah, it is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I would love to try a square kit from Mooney Made because of what I've just said about round drills. And actually I do have one. I have another one by this artist in square drills, which is like one of my favorite pieces of art in my collection. So that's definitely one I will do at some point. In fact, I'm building up quite a little collection of cat fedora paintings, this artist, because I just absolutely love them. And I do think Mooney Made have done a fabulous job with this. It looks to me to be properly hand rendered because there's not much confetti, like all that kind of noise that you get with computer rendering seems to have been smoothed out. So you're just left with really clear sections and bright colours. And that's what is true to the artwork, in my opinion. So yeah, it's a beautiful painting. I just haven't felt like working on it yet, but I feel like I'm going to get into a bit of a drive of just clear down the whips, and that is going to motivate me to get back to these paintings. So let me put this away and move on to the ones I have made some progress on. Next up is my proper long-term project, the one I started in January knowing that because of the nature of it, I would take my time over it. And that is Outside the Sweet Shop from Diamond Art Studio. So here it is, and I think If I remember correctly, I had only done maybe a couple of rows when I last showed this to you, and I've done a couple more. So I've probably about doubled what I did. My plan with this one is basically to do a row of it going this way every time that I finish another painting. So in between other paintings, I do that. And I do that because it is very, very filled with confetti, which I enjoy in short bursts. So to avoid burning out of the project and not enjoying doing it at all anymore, I do a row. I really enjoy that row. And then by the end of that row, I feel ready to do something different. And that's been working really well for me up until this summer, when I've been so slow doing my other paintings that there's always kind of been a reason why I couldn't spare the time to do a row, if that made sense. The next one I'm going to show you is a Halloween kit, for instance. So after Solar System took me ages, I was like, well, I kind of need to crack on with the Halloween kit because I like to work on them, you know, in September, October, and then hopefully be done with them. Although I don't think I will be this year for reasons I will explain. Anyway, if you haven't come across this painting before, it is absolutely gorgeous. It is the first Max colour kit that Diamond Art Studio did. Let me just make sure you can see the top as well. And that's now sort of become their thing, particularly with these kits by Hel Corio, the artist. So this one has 197 colours, and they've got several others with that sort of number of colours as well, of which I have a few because I do really enjoy them. It was something that I chose to do knowing it would be a bit of a challenge with all those colours, but actually I haven't found that the colours themselves are that challenging. Kitting up was obviously not the most fun ever, unless you absolutely love kitting up, because that did take a really long time. But once that was done, working with all those colours has just felt like working with any other kit, really. I find that I learn quite quickly where all of the pots are in my storage system. I developed a system for organising them that works for my brain. Everyone does it differently. Like, a lot of people do it in sort of rainbow order of colours, and that didn't work for me because I got too literal about, like, oh, is that mustard yellow with the yellows or the browns, and etc, etc. Anyway, I developed a system that works for me. That bit is not a problem. The only reason that I'm slow with it is the confetti and just knowing that I would burn out if I tried to do too much at once. Because like I said, by the time I get to that end of the row, I think, well, that was fun, but now I'm ready to go on something that's a little faster moving. Because this one I do need to work in very small sections, because like these middle bits are intense, and you can work on it for quite a while and just get a tiny bit done. But the other half of the painting has actually got some blocking. You can see these black areas here and here. So there are parts of this side that will work quicker. Work up quicker even. I originally wanted to get this one done this year, and it isn't going to happen because, like I say, I've got Halloween kits I want to prioritise for Halloween time, and then I want to do a Christmas kit before Christmas. So it's not going to happen, but I think when it comes to after that point, I'm hoping to push on with it more rapidly. You know, maybe do a row, clear off one of my other whips, do a row, clear off one of my other whips, you know, get a good chunk of it done that way. And then hopefully by sort of the middle of next year, hopefully by then, hopefully earlier, I can get it done. Because I've got lots of other beautiful kits from Diamond Art Studio that also have a lot of confetti where the same thing is going to apply. So I want to work on them, and I want to, you know, take my time over them. So yeah. Anyway, if you haven't come across this artwork, this artist, or Diamond Art Studio, do check them out because they're a fabulous shop. Okay, so that's one of my whips, and let me show you the next one. So next up is To Grandmother's House We Go. And I showed you when I was kitting this one up and said this is going to be my Halloween kit for the year. But then I actually ended up getting another one that I'm now working on. So let me just show you this. Oh, I'm going to need to fold that back or you won't see because it's all doing a roly-poly. So here it is. So you can see I'm well over halfway. You can't see because you couldn't see the top, but that's all I have left. It's about 2.5 rows of the thickness I tend to work on. And I've been really enjoying this one. It is very blocky. There's quite a lot of dark colours. There's been a lot of brown, which, you know, it can get a little wearing after a while, but it looks like I'm done with a lot of that. Apart from the trees and the house, the rest of it is going to be largely oranges and yellows and that lovely moon filled with ABs. So yeah, it's not going to take too long to finish this one off, I don't think. It's been quite blocky, reasonably blocky at least. Definitely not a confetti piece particularly. The drill quality has been okay. I got this one, I think it was Black Friday 2022. So again, it's a while ago in terms of the evolution of drill quality for Diamond Art Club. And there has been quite a lot of trash, particularly with those dark colours like the browns. But actually, there's been a lot in the oranges and those kind of colours as well. In fact, I think, because I make notes when I do, when I'm working on a kit, so that if I choose to do a post review, I'm going to have something to prompt me about what I could talk about. And I know I've gone back to it a few times and been like, oh, this colour's particularly trashy, and then, oh no, this colour's particularly trashy. Yeah, and I've kind of gone back so many times that I think I can just say that most of the drills are trashy. We shall see if I have enough to finish. I do feel like I'm going to get a little bit tight on this symbol, which is the dark brown that there was a lot of, because I just seem to have gone through an awful lot of that already. But we shall see. Anyway, it's very pretty. I'm enjoying this one a lot. But I did put it aside, which means I may well not get it finished in time for Halloween, because I bought Diamond Art Studio's 12 Days of Spookmas Chart to Art kit. So I did do an unboxing of that recently, if you want to go check it out. And it's their really cool, innovative idea where it's a cross-stitch conversion, but more accessible. So if you do a proper cross-stitch conversion, which is where you work off a cross-stitch chart to convert it to diamond painting, you have to do things like calculate the sizes and go off and buy all your drills and the canvas and all that kind of thing separately. With the chart to art, you get the canvas, which is all set up ready for you. And then you get envelopes which have all the different charts for. So it's set up like an advent calendar, because their original one was an advent calendar with 24 windows. The 12 Days of Spookmas is 12 days. So there's 12 windows and there's a border in between. And the border is sort of like your standard mystery kit, where you have the symbols printed on the border, so you don't need a chart. And then the window is where you follow a chart to do it. Anyway, I decided I wanted to do that, and I wanted to prioritise that. So I've been working on that a lot. The reason I'm talking about it and not showing you is just because it is a mystery kit, and whilst I will do a post review when I'm done, I can label that really clearly about spoilers, and I just feel like it's quite early since they released it, so I don't want to put anything out there and spoil it. So yeah, watch out for a post review on that at some point, which will be very clearly marked for spoilers. But yeah, for now I'm just talking you through it. And I'm really enjoying it. I started it last week and I've done quite a lot. I spent loads on it yesterday, on Sunday, on my sort of proper day off for the week. And I just want to get back to it, to be honest. I'm a little bit obsessed, and I'm now eyeing up the next one I'm going to buy from Diamond Art Studio, because I do really love the style. I didn't do the Christmas one last year because I wasn't sure if I fancied it. And I thought, well, I'd never been particularly drawn to cross-stitch conversions. But actually, I did used to do counted cross-stitch, so it's quite familiar to me. I'm working off an iPad rather than the paper charts, because you can, if you have purchased the design, download PDFs. A good friend of mine who's also working on it is very clever with these things and combine them all and then talked me through how to upload them onto Markup, which is like a version of Pattern Keeper, which I feel like is the one that's heard of more often in the community. But Markup works on iPad. So she taught me through how to use that. So I'm doing it off there and it's going pretty smoothly. I'm getting quicker. I've done 4 of the 12 windows and then gone a bit further with the border. So yeah, really enjoying it. Can't wait to show you that one when it's done. So yeah, what is that? That's 5 whips. That is more than I usually have. But 2 are Halloweeny and we'll be done, because I'll finish Spookmas and then I'll come back and finish this one, which really doesn't look like it will take that long from how much I have left. Then then, like I said, it will probably be a Christmas kit. I'm waiting to see what everyone releases for this year. I have a couple in my stash, but you know me, always in the market for new diamond paintings. So I'll see what I want to work on. And then, as I said, after that, the plan is to clear down whips. And then I have so many kits in my stash that I really, really want to work on. So I'm going to have to sit down and work out which one I want to work on next. But there's things like, there's really big ones. Like I really want to work on Secret Temple that I got as a sneak peek for Black Friday last year. But I don't really want to start another big one while I've got things like Sweet Shop on the go. I don't know. I'll figure it out and go with what I fancy at the time. But that is the plan for now. So many whips, too many whips really. I have to clear them down. But yeah, that is my Q3 review. I hope you've enjoyed taking a look at all these with me. I always enjoy getting them out and having a look at them again. Even if it is a bit of a faff to then stash them back away again. But it's nice to admire them because they're not on my walls. Well, obviously the whips aren't, but the completed ones aren't either. So yeah, it's always nice to have a look at them again. Thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a like on it. And if you are not yet subscribed to the channel and you would like to see more content like this, please consider doing that. As I said, I do this kind of video every quarter. I do unboxings for kits that I've bought. I do post reviews. I do kitten chats. Thanks again for watching. Hopefully see you soon. Bye bye.